If I sent in every tier 5 elite boss balloon at once, having more than 175 million health, how many degree 100 paragons do you think it would take to pop all of them? Now how this is going to work is we'll get 1 degree 100 paragon and put it head to head against Bloonarius. If we lose, we add another paragon, and if we win, we'll add another boss on top. We'll start with just Bloonarius and then add Phase, Blast Populace, Lich, and then Vortex. You'll notice I left out Dread Balloon, and that's because, as tested in my previous video, no Paragon in the game can pop it by themselves, so it would just be pointless and leak out every time. I don't want to do that. So why don't we get started with the Apex Plasma Master. As always, there's a few things I need to explain. First of all, I know this thing doesn't look like a degree 100, but it is, I promise. Since we're going to be getting a lot of them, I'm not getting them manually. We're using this special mod that allows for them to get degree 100 instantly. Let me prove it to you. Just get the 3 tier 5s. All you need is that degree 100 every time. But yeah, it has all the same properties, all the same damage and everything. It's just a visual thing. Also, if you look over here on the right side of the screen, we are playing in sandbox and we have to call them all in manually. So unfortunately, that means there will be no health bar at the top. So we're going to have no idea how much damage we have left. We just have to, like the previous video, go off visual cues, count the skull breaks maybe. I just don't know because it's going to be very hard to, keep track while there's so many bosses on the screen. If we happen to leak anything out, even 1 life, then we lose, we add another one, okay? It's very strict, tight business around here. Without further ado, let's just call it in. Tier 5 Elite Bloonarius, round 120, more than 40 million health. It's just going to be very interesting to see because in the previous video we did degree 1s and it took 8 of them to take care of Bloonarius. And this time around, right off the rip, we're already, look, past 4 million damage. And we got our first skull, like our first rip, the fortified B80s coming out just like that. And the thing is, I feel like the Apex Plasma Master, I guess depending on the map, is one of the weaker paragons for sure. You get a nice bang for your buck for the price, but like still, like power-wise, it's not that great. So this is exactly why I didn't do degree 100s in that previous video. It would just be boring. It'd take like 1 or 2 every time. And number 3, just like that. Imagine some walls encasing this entire area. This would be crazy. I guarantee it would have already gone down by now like that, but we're keeping it fair. Everything's going to be on this map, damage already at 24 million. At this point, I kind of lost track of how many came out. This might be 4 or 5, I don't know, but I think there's 7 total. Are we gonna leak? No, we're good. But this time around might be a different story. We just have to pay close attention if we lose anything. Yeah, we did. So 1 degree 100 Apex Plasma Master, 37 million damage. So it was close, but not quite enough. So as I said in the instructions, now we just add another one, and then when these 2 obviously take care of it, then we add Phase, and then we add blah blah blah, and we just keep going, seeing how many it takes to pop all of them at once, which is going to be so interesting. So call it in again. This time around we can just speed it up a little bit more, make this quick. I think we all know what's going to happen here. Like that, I guarantee, is the final break as those 2 go down. There's going to be nothing else, just an animation of it dying. There we go. So I guess this also answers a question from the previous video, like how many does it take to degree 100s, blah 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 blah. I'm losing my train of thought, god damn it. So here's the plan. Ready, tap this, Bloonarius comes in, we scroll down to Phase, let me find him, there we go. Now we call in Phase as well. So yeah, look at that, they're inside of each other. They're very intimate. This is going to be so weird to see when we have 5 of them, because yeah, they're all going to be inside of each other as well, but like different speeds and different things coming off. Like look at that, it phased forward. I was going to question, are we just dealing damage to Bloonarius because he's bigger? Maybe his hitbox is slightly larger than Phase, but no, that one pushed forward. It's going to be a lot that we're going to have to pay attention to and try and figure out, because this is already a little bit chaotic. We only have 2. Good news though, it pushed forward again. He is staticky, he is damaged, he's not having a great time. The one nice thing about Phase too is that it only has 5 skulls instead of 7 for the rest of them, So it just cracked and it's only going to push forward 2 more times. That was one of them. We might actually be able to get this, dude. That would be crazy. Just 2. Come on, Phase. Final push forward. Please don't leak out. Why is it, sucking everything backwards? Is that something that it does? Anyways, we're not going to see an animation. It's going to go out without any of that. So we do lose, unfortunately. Have to sell all of them. Their damage each was almost 40 million. So again, we're so close. It's the same situation as 1 against Bloonarius. Barely not enough, but then we add another one, then it's overkill, and it's going to be the same story repeated maybe. I don't know. We're going to have to try again with 3. And the animation Phase goes down. One more little guy to focus on. Now they're all concentrating on him, dude. That was like literally 5 seconds after Phase. All right, round 3. Bloonarius, Phase, and let me find him. Blast Populus. He's by far the smallest one in this group, so you can't even see him, but it's going to be so frustrating. He's going to shoot the things onto our people, so they're going to get blocked, and we're probably going to leak out from the Bloonarius stuff. I think this is where it definitely gets more complicated, even though Blast Populus isn't that hard of a boss, by himself at least. Another thing I noticed when I was doing the other video, so it's spelled Blasta Populus, like Blasta Populus. So maybe it's like not pronounced how it's spelled. Also, look at this. So Phase sucks in the other balloons, or the other boss balloons too. When it did that crack, it took Blast Populus and like just shoved him over to the hole. So that is not a very beneficial thing for us, if you couldn't imagine. Are we gonna leak out? Did we? Yeah, we did. Some DDTs. So dumb, dude. It's because they're blocked. We need to start thinking about spacing them out for Vortex anyway. Like, it's only going to get worse. So Phase is phasing forward right now. See if it does it again. Is it going to suck in Blast Populus? I can't even see him. I don't know. We're now past the spot where we lost last time, so that's a good sign. We're not going to go down there again. My plan worked. Phase goes down. Bloonarius also goes down. Now it's just down to Mr. Lava Guy. Gonna absolutely rip through that thing. Look at that. Yeah, Lich is next. Vortex is last because he's the most annoying and hardest one in my opinion. Just so fast and stuns all of your towers, especially when Bloonarius... Yeah, think about that. When Bloonarius is leaking all this stuff out. You know how fucking annoying it's gonna be having Vortex stun everything? Okay, so this time it's giving these DDTs like little chains on top of them. I don't really know how that works. I don't really fight bosses too often. I thought when it broke, it called in that little Moab one, right? It doesn't, I didn't think it affected other balloons from other bosses. Although this is a very weird interaction that would never happen in the first place. Also, we leaked out. Dude, adding Lich is just a massive problem. Now, you might be thinking, are we leaking again? Dude, what the fuck is that? Why are those DDTs so strong and they have those chains on them? Why is it doing that? We need another one already that was even worse. 5 was worse than 4 somehow. These guys don't have any buffs either. They're not feeding off of each other, so I don't get that. But regardless, we keep going. I actually got a suggestion from the previous video from a comment. They said set the health to 1. That way, if anything leaks out, the towers will like actually stop attacking altogether. So it'll be a very clear indicator. So you know what? It doesn't hurt to try that. Look, we just leaked out. Oh, but also that's just from Lich. We didn't actually physically leak anything out. Lich just drains your lives. So never mind, that was a bad decision. We're not doing that. We're just gonna be at 1,000,000. So at that point, that's physically impossible. That's not even our fault. Nothing I can do about that. It's pretty chaotic right now. I was thinking about putting on small balloons, but also I think that would ruin the big bad scary aspect of this. Like 5 tiny little boss balloons, that would look so dumb. Anyways, looks like we're doing pretty decently. All of them are getting ripped up pretty evenly, which I kind of like, honestly. But at the same time, you know, if we can eliminate one at a time, like Phase is... No, why the fuck do you do that? What is happening? I hate those DDTs, dude. This is ridiculous. Regardless, I added 2 more. Maybe that'll be enough. I don't even know what we're at right now. A lot. Degree 100s, more than I thought we would get. We've only seen 1 wave of those chain DDTs. Never mind, there was 2. And we actually got it that time. The lives we just leaked out is just from, what's it called? The little Lich baby. Dude. Ooh, so close and so scary every time. Oh, one thing went down, dude. Bloonarius went down. We no longer have to worry about those DDTs getting, like, fortified from Lich or whatever the hell that is. That right there means we're golden, dude. There's no way. Phase goes down, Lich goes down, and Blast Populus goes down. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we are on to the finals, folks. Bloonarius, Phase, Blast Populus, Lich, and then to make it matter so much worse, Vortex on top. Where if we break any skulls, every single one of them is just gonna get stunned and we're gonna lose pretty much instantly, which is so annoying and why I saved the best for last. You see that? They are stunned. It didn't last too long though, surprisingly. I don't really know what's going on with that, but we leaked out. Great. Look at all of them. They're entrapped and shocky. I think this is a smart idea. We get 1 on the left and then 1 on the top. They're kind of like, you know, separated away from the group. So when we get stunned, it won't be quite as big of a problem, you know. Anyways, here they all are now. We took care of those. That's good. I don't think you guys realize how much adding 2 degree 100 Paragons actually does. You saw one of these alone can get like 40 million damage. Like adding 2 more, that could be 2 full entire boss balloons. We're looking solid as of now. Phase just shifted forward. Yes, I can see. We didn't leak out those DDTs, dude. I'm still so confused on what exactly those like chains are. It's like fortified balloons, but a million times harder for some reason. Bloonarius does go down. That's good. Vortex pops, leaves us stunned. It's so nice having Bloonarius down though. That's really like the biggest troublemaker. Phase is gone. Who's going down? Oh, Vortex is? What? Lich is like, doesn't even seem like it's barely damaged at all. Is it just because he keeps going invisible or something? Like, look how fast we're getting these skulls down. Yeah, it was like barely damaged at all. That's why it's lasted so long. Yeah, it means it takes 10 degree 100 Apex Plasma Masters to pop every balloon at the same time. Every boss balloon. Really quickly though, I just want to prove something to you. If I call in Dread Balloon, none of these are ever gonna deal any damage, okay? You see why that would be a problem? Glaive Dominus. Mr. Motherfucking Australian knows what's up, dude. Previous video, this thing did way better than the Apex Plasma Master in pretty much every single test. It's just so much stronger, so much better. It is more expensive, but like for good reason. Damage already up to 6 million. We got the BADs coming out, but since it's spinning around and pushing everything back, like it's not a problem whatsoever. Speed this up like 10 times. It's not even halfway down the track and we're well over half the health. So that was the last leak. I genuinely believe it's gonna get it by itself right now. 47 million damage and Bloonarius goes down. With just one. I don't think this is going to go too well, but we're doing one against Bloonarius and Phase. Since it didn't lose, we can't add another one yet. Probably should have reset the damage to get an accurate measurement, but I guess it's too late for that now. We get a nice little shift forward. I think that was number 2. It's ripped up a little bit. These BADs are getting shredded. This thing is just so good. And like, in my opinion, it's still not even nearly one of the best ones. Can you imagine when we get to like the Goliath Doomship, dude? It might take one to take care of all 5 of them for all I know. We'll speed it up a little bit. We're in 10 times right now. I don't think Phase is going to go down just yet. Maybe? No, it did not. Okay, so yeah. What am I trying to get at here? We leaked out, we can sell that, and it almost did it. Dude, I honestly feel bad for these poor bosses. This is a massacre right now. I mean, I think that was pretty obviously gonna happen. If one can almost do 2, then 2 can definitely do 2. Sick, man. We did it, but there's no room to celebrate. We gotta call in Blast Populous now. The very beginning of our actual struggles. Got another push forward. Oh no, we're gonna leak. No, did we? So health-wise, we're at 999,804. We lost 200 lives somehow. I don't know if that was from something previous, though, and I just forgot to reset the health, or if that just happened. So let's just play this out. I think if we're going to lose, it's going to be clear. It's going to be obvious, more than 200. While we're frozen for a second from Blast Populous, dude, these DDTs are almost leaking out every time. Bloonarius goes down. Blast Populous goes down. We're still at 2. You know, I guess we'll see how this goes. We're at a 2v4 right now, which is absolutely insane. Those DDTs almost got out, but it seems like we're... Oh, never mind. We lost. Not yet. I heard another break from Phase. Dude, it's tripping me out so bad that we're losing lives from Lich. Keeps making me think we're actually losing, but we're not. Blocked off. But the nice thing about Glaive Dominus is that it can actually, like, affect Moab class balloons. It pushes them back. So there's honestly not too much to worry about. Bloonarius goes down. Phase goes down, Blast Populous goes down, and it's just Lich. Lich is always the final survivor for some reason, with multiple skulls left. There's, okay, I was gonna say 3, but we got it, took care of it. Dude, imagine Glaive Dominus was the winner of the entire thing right here with 3. We now added Vortex, and when they're stunned, I don't believe the spinning blades still work. No, as they shouldn't. How are we doing okay right now? I don't understand. No, don't leak out, don't leak out, don't leak out! I think we did. I think we leaked out 1 ceramic. Oh, never mind. DDTs anyway. Vortex is finally showing us what he's capable of. This might sound crazy, but I think 3 is still possible. We're going to run it back. I'm just going to space them out a little bit better. You know, just to make sure, doesn't hurt to try. If this one's the only one stunned, then these 2 can actually damage it and vice versa. Like, you see what I'm saying? Vortex just broke and knocked back. I think these 2 were stunned, but this one is just fine. Getting a ridiculous amount of damage every second, dude. This one's already past 20 million on its own. And it was stunned. It wasn't even attacking. 31, 32, 33, 34. Spacing them out definitely was a good idea. And it seems like it doesn't mitigate or like take away any of the... No, fuck. So let's do this. I still genuinely believe 3 is possible. We just have to space them out even more. This will be my last attempt though. I'm not going to keep trying 3 if we can't get it right here. Seems like we're fine for now. That vortex break right there didn't stun this guy. But also he's so far away, he's not getting any action, dude. He's all lonely. Poor little fella. We're still good. The lives we lost was from Lich, which like I said, does not count. I genuinely don't know, dude. It's so hard to tell. No, we just lost. Okay. I feel like at this point though, 4 has to. If it doesn't, that's just going to be embarrassing. Well, what do you know? It's come down to the finale. That wasn't the finale. That wasn't... Oh my god, I'm having a stroke. I feel like the grand finale is still going to be the Spike Factory Paragon. But look, 4 Glaive Dominuses. Glaive Dominin. Delamalanin. Crucible of Steel and Flame. This is the only one that I can think of that's going to be a massive problem and a headache and a nightmare and one I don't want to deal with. Everything else will be fine to an extent, but this one cannot hit camo balloons, which doesn't seem like too big of a problem, you know, oh, just get camo traps, just get an MIB or whatever, but no. When it's a Paragon, it's more difficult than that. It is impossible for this thing to pop phase by itself. I tried filling the entire map with camo traps, but even that wouldn't work. So while yes, it is impossible, I'm still gonna do it, but without phase. So it's kind of unfair. This is like the one exception though. I'm going a little too long with this, but it's just like Dread Balloon. All of them cannot do it by themselves, so we take them out. This is the one that can't do one by itself, so we take it out. Just know though, he's a fucking loser, okay? This does not mean he's a great Paragon or anything. Alright, that's enough rambling. What I have to do though, I'm still gonna have to get down camo traps everywhere because of the DDTs that come off phase. Or not phase, sorry, Dread Balloon. So even just to do the very first boss, we're already like cheating. This thing just sucks. Regardless though, let's call it in. Damage is gonna be pretty good. Like, I'm not saying it's a shitty tower or a shitty Paragon. I'm just saying it's shitty to work with. Like, don't get me wrong, it is strong. Look at that, we're already at multiple millions of damage. I can just throw a tech butt on this one, which is nice. There's no special timings we have to do. Like, I honestly wouldn't be surprised if this thing got it by itself. I did notice we almost leaked a DDT though, because it didn't get uncamoed fast enough, so we need to put even more of these. We officially passed the halfway point. Now we're quite past the halfway point. We're up to 28 million damage. We've had 4 breaks, 5 now. You know what? Now that I think about it, we might not even have another leak out, because the previous one, I think it was like 42 or 43. No, never mind. What am I talking about? I should just shut my mouth and watch, you know, stop making predictions, stop saying stuff's gonna happen. Why did we leak out? What the fuck was that? Genuinely, what even happened? We just like stopped attacking for a second for no reason. Huh? Excuse me? I don't know what was going on there, but I don't care. We're gonna move on now. So Bloonarius and Blast Populus. Remember, no phase. Sorry. What can I do? No! Why are you going out? Dude, this entire thing is being blocked by this one little rock right there. You see that? They keep hitting the rock. Okay, so Blast Populus this time around is going to be a pretty massive problem. Let's be smart too. Let's space them out. So this one's going to be here, and then if I need to add more, I'll do one up top, one right here. Boom, boom, both of those going down, and we should be okay. Maybe, hopefully, probably. What the hell, dude? Why are they not attacking? Why were they not attacking at all? What was that? They weren't even trapped in here, I swear. There was nothing going on. They just stopped attacking for some reason. This thing is such a pain in my dick hole. Sorry, that's such a gross word. That was uncalled for. Let's do exactly what I said I would. We'll do one right there and then one right here. I just hope it gets to a point where it's not going to be too many. Okay, is this going to be any better? We go boom, 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 boom. Maybe I should offset them. Maybe it doesn't matter too much. I don't know. There's a shit ton of stuff coming out of this guy though. First break, super quick. Probably gonna have the second one any moment. Yep, there we go. It looks like we're doing okay this time around. No, we're not. We fucking leaked out. You know what? We have 4 degree 100 Paragons. All of that you just saw. All the madness. We leaked out a ceramic. A single ceramic. 70 health. You know, I thought 4 would be overkill, but I was clearly wrong about that. We're now up to 6. Probably gonna go for, I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. It's just crazy though, because we're on boss number 2. The previous one did 4 for all 5 of them. And now the lag is starting to pick up a little bit. It's not bad yet, but it will be if we have to continue this downward trend. No! Why does it do that? I will never figure this out. Okay, here's the deal. Blast Populus does this special silly little ability where it turns the screen red and everything stops attacking, which means the little DDTs just run right through. And I genuinely have no idea what to do about that. I have no idea how to prevent that. I guess we can just keep getting more and more. Let's offset the abilities a little bit. I think that might be the problem. So we'll go like this. Like it's still pretty soon after one another, but they're slightly offset. See, then we have a break coming now. They're not all getting wasted if they hit at the same time. We just had it nice and slow. I haven't seen the full map red ability activate yet, which is the one that's been causing us all these problems. So I'm just, hopefully it doesn't. Oh, there it is. And we got it that time. For some reason, it was timed better or something. Do you see how close that was? Okay, Bloonarius does go down. Blast Populus hopefully doesn't do another one of those red things. That seems to be the biggest problem we're facing. So for the previous ones, you know how when Lich would like fortified those balloons? That's what I thought was the problem. Maybe it was fortifying them at the same time the red ability was being activated. That's like the 1-2 combo right there. That's the kiss of death. Someone please explain to me what those green chains are. What does it actually do? This one's gonna take a while, so I'll just let it sit here and we'll see how it goes. Sick, dude. I even unlinked all the tech bots at the end because I knew we were more than fine. So that means we can move on with this exact same setup to the finale against Vortex. And we might honestly be good. It wasn't a problem with damage. It was a problem with timing. Let's just rip the band-aid. Let's do it. Bloonarius, Blast Populus, Lich, and Vortex. And then we can start activating these again. This is where it gets nice and fun and nice and friendly and nice and very user-friendly and so much fun to use. Vortex already popped. There's no shot it was that quick. You see that? He's all the way in the back now. I heard it too. It's like a gunshot every time it goes off. It's like, and it just jumps backwards. Again! Dude, this shit is insane. At this point, I can just take the tech bot off as well. Adding Vortex literally didn't do anything. It literally died up here in this top left corner. We have a couple more abilities I guess we can manually activate, but it should go down any second. Right? Don't be difficult. Come on. You don't stand a chance. Thank you. There you go. He's a brave warrior trudging forward, but gave up, didn't have it in him. It does take 10. We're gonna highlight this one with like a little bit of yellow though. It's like it's an iffy one. Not really fair. Doesn't really count. Nautic Siege Core. When this thing was degree 1, we activated the ability and it did about 500,000. I need to see how big of a difference it really is at degree 100. Is it just the attacks or is it the ability that much? You know what I mean? Oh my god. Okay, yeah, it's a bit more than just the attacking. We're at 4.5 million already. Also, I forgot to do this. Watch a magic button. Give these all bigger range. Now this thing has advanced intel everywhere. It is just so powerful, dude. The one problem I have, though, is maybe I should try submerging this for a second. Okay, now we can activate the ability. What I was doing is I don't want, like, DDTs running around while I activate this ability for 15 seconds, you know? That's an easy way to lose. We get the second one down. 23 million damage. And I guarantee we have this in the bag, especially because of the advanced intel. We can hit anywhere we want. Should I activate the ability one more time? No, that was poor timing. God damn it. I just wanted to do it to end with a bang. Obviously, we were going to get it. I didn't think there was anything coming out, though, so that kind of sucks. But look at that. It goes down. Or no, it doesn't. Okay, that's cool, too. Now it goes down. Yeah, like I said, obviously it can do it if you're not an idiot, so now we move on. Bloonarius and Phase against this guy right now. Does the damage, like, does it hit both of them? Deal more damage? I don't know. One thing I do remember, though, is that we have to get, what's it called? Radar scanner for all of these villages. That way they can detect camo balloons themselves. Otherwise, the advanced intel wouldn't work for Phase. Ability is ready again. I need to make sure, stop. Okay, activate it now. Now there's nothing coming out. Is it gonna hit Phase, or is it gonna going to hit the very front. It hits both. Okay, that's nice. We're honestly doing super solid right now. It's nice that this is focusing only on phase right now, because then we can activate the ability one more time without having to worry about leaks at all. Maybe, maybe not. I'm speaking too soon. Once these DDTs go down, yeah, there we go. We're good. That might kill it. Not quite. Really, dude, it's been so long. There was another rip right there from both of them at the same time. There he is. Ah, dude, it shifted forward again. Okay, so we weren't as close as I thought we were. Let's reset the damage and get another one. All right, here we go again. We got double the abilities, double the damage, double the stuff leaking out. You see that. It's so satisfying dealing a ton of damage towards Bloonarius at once because everything just comes off. There's like no limitations to how many. Like if you fully insta-kill him, every tiny little thing that would have come out like in a long period of time comes out at once. About that time again, make sure there's no DDTs. Oh my god, dude, those ceramics. I'm so sick of this. It's my fault, but it's also not my fault. Like, I'm not even counting that. Obviously, we can do that if we wait just half a second more. It's just me being dumb. Something else I'm curious about, I know the submarine gets disabled while it's in the air, but if you were to put it in, like, call the ability in, then swap it down to submerged version, does it still do the aura damage, or is that completely disabled as well? We can get one more ability off. Or I mean 2, like 1 each. That should fully take care of it. Might be a waste, honestly. Yeah. Maybe should have saved it for Bloonarius, but at the same time, it seems we're good. Yeah, we're good. Okay, we got it. So in a 2v2 situation, we reign supreme. However, since it was so close though, I'm gonna get one more before we go to the next one. Any moment now. Now? No. Okay, I fucked it up again. Okay, so now they're up in the air. The abilities are currently active, so whenever we call something in, it's gonna hit it. So let's do that now. They're all gonna come down on Bloonarius, and this, and one more. Okay, we don't have to worry about that anymore, at least not for a little while. It's a full 2 minutes before the abilities refresh. Plus, we were getting trapped by Blast Populus, which if you didn't know, resets ability cooldowns. Either pauses them or resets them. I don't know. It was doing switching, flip-flopping. You know what I just realized? I'm the biggest fucking idiot in the whole world. You know what I can do? I can just activate one nuke ability at a time. So that way, while it's up in the air, the other one's gonna attack, and then when that one hits, I just call in the next one. What am I doing? Like this, watch, we activate one, now they're still attacking, and then once that goes up into the air, we can activate another one, and then once that one's reactivated, we activate another one. That way, it doesn't waste all 3 at once as well. You know what I mean? Oh my god, the entire map was just on fire. That was crazy. Still don't know what that means, but it's scary. Okay, Bloonarius goes down. Blast Populus should be any second now. Which isn't too bad. Animation means we got it. It seemed like pretty easily as well, so we're gonna stick with 3. We can activate those right now. And then now we're moving on to Lich. So hit that one too. Now they're all spawned in. Quadruple, triple, decker, slasher. Lots of damage, over 10 million each already. Did we leak out a DDT? No, because those have more than 500 health. I think that was just a little Lich guy. I forget, everything gets even more confusing once you add Lich. DDTs did leak out for some reason. I don't know why they're so strong. 4 abilities, 4 bosses, giant sucker punch, ready. You know what? Vortex is easy peasy. Blast Populus is really what is seeming to be the big problem right now. It was not a problem in the 1v1 video because it wasn't stunning us while we had Bloonarius balloons leaking out every 2 seconds that are somehow fortified by Lich. It's so beyond frustrating, and I don't even know what to do because it's like attack shooter situation where like we have enough damage, we just can't do it. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Hopefully getting this one all the way over here will kind of disrupt that weird timing, even though it seems like the whole screen is affected at once. Okay, so phase goes down, no longer have to worry about that. It's really not the one we have to worry about in the first place though. Maybe I should have done phase first. He seems to be the easiest. We have our abilities available again now, so we do this, play it smart again. Oh no, that disrupted the ability timings. Fuck, dude. Blast Populus does go down, and so does Lich. So after seeing that, dude, I think 5 is possible against 5 boss balloons. That wasn't too bad. It wasn't like super close. Adding Vortex might not even affect us really. All right, there's all 5. Abilities are coming down. Perfect timing. Very, very nice. That had to have broken at least 1 skull for all of them, right? Yeah, Vortex gets pushed back. We didn't get any of these guys stunned, I don't think. And this one's totally fine because he's all away. Probably should have just spaced them out the entire time because of the advanced intel. Like that time, Vortex hit all 4 of them right here. It's not looking too bad, and we're not lagging at all. Like I'm in 10 times speed right now. Lich is getting pulled back by phase. Still don't know why that happens, but I'm very glad it does. Saves us a little bit. Vortex pops. We're almost to the abilities again. Is there any DDTs? Yes, there is. Phase goes down. We just activate them one at a time again. Except we're on fire. Why does it do that? DDT leaked out. I don't think I can name a single thing in the entire game that is more frustrating than that, only because there's nothing we can do about it. The only possible way I can think to mitigate it is have them come out, like deal more damage early on so that little thing would come out earlier on the track, and then by the time we're not lit on fire, we can take care of it. It's just, you know, like a very hard balance to find. Hopefully looking at, or what am I trying to say here? Hopefully this time around we are dealing phase goes down. Moral of the story, we are on fire. Please reactivate in time. Oh, they didn't leak. We're actually gonna get it. Balloon areas goes down. We don't have to worry about those anymore. Very unfortunately though, when the fire ability happened, it fully reset our abilities. So they're still 2 minutes away on cooldown. Vortex goes down, but we're not going to be able to get a single other ability off by the time they go out, I don't think. But at the same time, it's not like we're even going to need them in the first place, right? These guys are weak. Bloonarius, no. Blast Populus goes down. And Lich is a giant pussy. He just gives up every time. See that? Okay, so it takes 6 submarines. That's like a little tongue twister. Takes 6 submarines. I don't have a list, but when I do that, it sounds like I do. Oh, hello, Dr. Boat. If I could legally change my name, that's probably what I would change it to. Dr. Boat. Dude, that shit goes so hard. However, Mr. MD over here in the previous video was not very good. He disappointed me in every aspect possible. Wasn't even pulling things in. We'll throw a tech bot on him, but it's probably not going to do anything. It'll suck in a couple of the Bloonarius stuff, but besides that, it's not going to do shit. Ain't gonna do jack. Which kind of sucks because I feel like this is definitely one of the best ones in the game. I'd say the boat, the ace, and the spike factory. One thing that will be nice though is that we won't have to worry about stuff like this, like those fortified B80s. Like we don't have to worry about the little things getting leaked out until he gets stunned again, like it was the previous ones. Or, you know, maybe the ability works while it's stunned or while it's being whatever by Blast Populus. I don't know. I should stop rambling. I've been talking way too much, way too fast, way too often right now. And wait, it goes down. Nice. Oh my god, take a breather, pal. I don't think there's going to be anything that changes here. Besides, wait, hold on. This thing has the little camo sign on it. I thought I can hit camo on its own. Already, I take back everything I said. I apologize to Dr. Boat over here. When I said he sucked at fighting boss balloons, I was just kidding. I'm sorry. Forgive me. I think this is the first one throughout the entire video so far that can take care of 2 boss balloons by itself. That's crazy. And we're still going to move on because it's possible with 3, I feel like. So Bloonarius, Phase, and now Blast Populus. So hopefully that's not going to be a problem again, but I guarantee it will. Let's see. Yeah? Those DDTs were so close to getting out. I just hate it so much. I think we're reaching the end game again. We haven't leaked anything out yet. Blast Populus is going to go down any second, so I don't think that's going to be a problem. This is absolutely fucking absurd, dude. Like, genuinely, what was I talking about? Saying this thing was bad. Okay, Bloonarius goes down. Now we don't have to worry about any of that. As long as Phase doesn't push forward right here. Nope, goes down as well. It's just Blast Populus goes down. 3 tier 5 elite bosses at once against 1 Paragon. Like that time around, the damage was 121 million, and I reset it before that round too. I'll make this one super quick. We're now adding Lich, making it a 1v4. If I'm being realistic, I don't think we're gonna get it, but you know what? Doesn't hurt to try. Let's see. No, not quite. We got overwhelmed. Adding Lich was a little bit too much for the poor little fella to handle, which is why we get another one. Double the damage. Dude, that last one had like 150 million health, or 150 million damage. No. Okay, we're good. We got frozen for a second. Actually, it's not even frozen. It's the opposite. It's like a burning freeze. It's like icy hot. Actually, you know, you know what? I've never told this story before. One time I had some icy hot, right? And my silly little mind thought, you know what? It would be funny if I put this on my balls right now. So you know what I did? I put icy hot on my balls, dude. Don't ever do that, okay? Just a disclaimer here. Don't ever do that. It hurts so bad. Just reminded me because I was saying, like, hot freeze, you know. Yeah, moral of the story, 2 can get it, but don't ever put icy hot on your nuts, okay? We're on to the final moment. We can call in all 5 of them at once. Bam, 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 bam. Adding vortex. Hasn't seemed to make too big of a difference so far. Maybe I'll have to space them out though, but 2 honestly might be able to get it. Just have to keep close watch. See, like that, we just leaked out some DDTs for no reason. Let's see if that happens again. If I go 25 times speed, how many lives are we gonna lose? A lot. Okay, so 20 or 2 of them is not enough at all. Vortex is actually doing his job for once. 3's a charm. We spaced them out a little bit. Didn't mean to make it a triangle. That looks kind of scary. What are they planning? To sacrifice the boss balloons, hopefully. But yeah, they're now spaced out, so hopefully that'll mitigate the stunning stuff. And it shouldn't be too bad. Besides that DDT, why? Oh my fucking god. We have so much power. Watch this. 25 times speed. 3 will absolutely take care of all of them. It's not an issue with damage. It's an issue with timing. Again, you see how easy that was? I guarantee 2 could also do it damage-wise. Like, what do I even do? I set this one ambush down here, so maybe it would take care of those ones. Or at the same time, you know, maybe it's an RNG thing. Maybe I called them in a wrong order that time. Maybe that makes some sort of difference. We're holding up a lot better than we did last time. Phase went down. See, it is just really an RNG thing. Bloonarius also goes down. And they didn't even make it halfway across the track. Blast Populous. And then any moment, yeah, Lich, last one. I can't say for certain that it's 3, so I sold one of them, make it 2 now. You know, I feel like it's most definitely possible. We just have to get a little bit lucky. Nope. 30,000 lives leaked out. So yeah, overall, I guess it takes 3. I just want to make sure that we can't, like, you know, just get it with sheer damage. Because look at that, we absolutely can. Blast Populous goes down, Lich, last little break right here, I think. Come on. And yeah, it goes down. 2 is possible. You just have to somehow get it right. But you know what? For the purposes of this video, it takes 3. Unfortunately. Goliath Doomship. I was honestly thinking about saving this one for last just because of how dominant it was in the previous video. Also, speaking of, I should probably sell it and get it down further. Because for this one, it doesn't even matter where you put it. All the way over in this corner, it's still going to fly over the track. And that way, it won't be stunned by Vortex as well. Can't say anything about Blast Populous because that's probably still going to fuck us right in the... Not even going to finish that sentence, but you know what I mean. When it came to Bloonarius against the Degree 1s, all it took was 2 of them. So I'm thinking 1 bomb from this is easily going to break a layer. I think it did. No? Almost. Okay, that's fine. Number 2 going down. I should have timed that a little bit better. Those B80s didn't even get hit. But as I said previously, like, this one has so much room for error because it's really just that good. I'm assuming the ability has, like, a lot of pierce too, like a lot of splash damage. So even if we have 5 bosses right there, I'm sure all 5 of them are going to be hit by it. I don't know. We can drop another one. Also, I just realized we can put it on a Wing Monkey, make it even better. Why not? I previously forgot about that, but we're not forgetting today. Final bomb going down should take care of it. Yeah, it did. Cool. So all it takes is 1, and 1 is absolutely way too overkill as well. Like, it only got down this far on the track. Maybe 20%, 2, 3, probably, yeah, like 20% of the track. So let's move on to phase, drop this down, see how much damage it deals. I forgot to reset it, but we got like 5 or 6 million just off of 1 ability. It's kind of just like so good that it's almost unfair, you know? Phase just got shift number 3 or 4. I messed up that ability. I forgot to reset the positioning, but that's okay. Again, there's a lot of room for error. They're both going to go down. I know that for like an absolute fact. Drop another ability, got another shift, and for some reason, some ceramics went out. Please someone tell me how that happens. I genuinely don't understand. How does a ceramic leak out from this thing that can take care of bosses by itself? You know what? Yell at me all you want. I'm not even counting that. That was some bullshit. This thing's gonna go down right here. You see what I'm saying? Damage was not 130 because I forgot to reset it, probably like 80 million. So it's time to add the Troublemaker, Blast Populous, drop down the ability, already 13 million damage. So I think what I said is true. Like, it has a giant splash radius, so it's gonna hit all of them anyway. Does that make sense? It seems like there's no damage cap. All right, another one. We're going to go from 32 to 37. That time it was only 5 million. What the hell, dude? That's rude. You know, everyone airballs here and there, but it's time for a swish. Come on, buddy. Another 5 million. I don't get it. Dude, why are these ceramics going out? I can understand certain DDTs while we're not attacking, but this thing is attacking and it's letting ceramics out. Is that a problem with Wing Monkey? Do I need to switch it back to circle and reset this and see if that would be better? We're on centered path, so now it'll like go over the exit where those ceramics are going out. Hopefully it'll be more beneficial because that's something that should not happen ever. Even if we're stunned for a second. See, now that it was centered path, they would have gone out if it wasn't. Genius. Drop this again right here. I think we need to try to take care of those ones first if we can. FaZe is not causing us any problems, dude. He's been a good boy this video. One final ability should do. No, it doesn't. Drop this here. Should hit all 3 of them. Bloonarius goes down, so now we don't have to worry about ceramics. You need to line up this next ability right here. Oh, never mind. We don't even need to. FaZe goes down as well, so now we can do this. You can burn me all you want, dude. There's nothing else coming out anymore, so I'm not afraid of you. Ow, that's hot. My finger hurts. No, it doesn't, because I'm a badass. Wait a second. Look at our lives. 999624. So we did somehow leak something. You know, it lasted a while, but it wasn't going to last forever. Let's just get a second one now. Hopefully all of our troubles and anger will go away. Get those lined up right off the bat. Call in Lich. Did I click it? Yeah, we did. Okay, activate both of those. Now it's going to be the Grand Destruction Bombs. Yeah, rip through an entire layer of Bloonarius. Probably an entire layer of all of them, so let's do it again. Drop the missiles, drop the bombs. We got those scary chain DDTs again, but they're not so scary this time around. I just feel very safe with this thing, you know, no range limitations or nothing like that. It feels like the ability is like constantly ready. I can drop it again. The cooldown is just so fast. Bloonarius goes down, very nice. FaZe goes down right behind him. Lich, goodbye, and... You're making me yawn any moment. You're boring me, pal. Why are you moving like that? Why are you just shuffling to the side? Explain yourself. So 2 was fine. You know the story by now. We had all 5 of them. Finishing it out with Vortex. Probably should have lined these abilities up first before I called them in, but that's okay. We have to remain patient and calm throughout this entire ordeal. You see that? So Vortex shot back, stunned everything in this area, but these 2 are fine because remember, they're in the corners. I just genuinely have so much respect for this thing after all of these experiments. It's so good. Has to be the best Paragon in the game. It looked like that DDT leaked out, but it did not. We only lost 60 lives, and that's because of Lich. It was close, but it was not the end, trust me. Bloonarius does go down. We're just in time for more abilities. Go 1-2. Perfectly timed. It took care of the chain. Hold on. It took care of the chain DDTs, right? It took care of FaZe, and it took care of Vortex, all in one ability drop. Ability drop. Stop voice cracking. You're not in middle school anymore. All right, Lich is done, and Blast Populous does not stand a chance at all. So all it takes is 2 Goliath Doomships, which within this video is better than the Buccaneer. I know that one probably could have gotten 2 as well, but this one was absolutely dominant. Anyways, nice work. Moving on to the military category. No, not the magic category. MagNus Perfectus. It's funny, you'd honestly be shocked at how many comments I get saying I say this guy's name wrong. I say Magnus, and I know it's Magus. I just literally say it to piss people off at this point. I genuinely did think it was Magnus for a while, but now, yeah, I just say it because people comment about it and get mad at me, which I find funny. Call in Bloonarius. We activate the big laser ability. I think this is going to be just absolutely shredding through it. I guarantee it. Pretty decently quick cooldown as well. We get another laser off. That's break number 3. I just have to watch out for anything leaking out because I do have the undead ability, like this one. If I can activate that, it's just kind of pointless. I feel like it's not that great. And then it wastes our mana, so it's not a good idea, I don't think. I also had a lot of people explaining to me how this thing actually works. It's still confusing, but it's like I get it more this time around. Lots of long explanations in the comments, and I do appreciate those. I really do. Bloonarius does go down somewhat quickly down the track. We weren't even halfway there. But the thing is, that was a bit more of a struggle than I thought it would be. Like, it was easy, but it also didn't feel like it was easy at the same time, if that makes sense. No, dude, I timed the ability wrong, so I messed up and let one little Moab go out. Little fortified Moab. I promise you can do it, but it was close again, so now we'll just add another one. Honestly, it's not that big of a deal. One is not going to be able to take care of all 5 of them, I can guarantee that. Just getting it a little bit earlier than we hoped for. We do have the undead ability that we can activate if we need to. Like, if we get stunned and we see a DDT is getting close, we can just click that. The goal is to not have to at all, though. This happens every video, but I feel like I'm like running out of things to say. I don't want to repeat the same thing over and over again, like, oh, this time with 2 we got 3 of them. Like, phase goes down, you know? Obviously phase went down, you have eyeballs, you can see that. Unless you're blind, and then you can have a braille telling you phase went down. I guess you're not deaf, so you can still hear. Unless you're blind and deaf, like that one lady. What's her name? Harriet Tubman? Or no, that's not it. What is her name? She like wrote a book being blind and deaf. It's like, I call bullshit, dude. There's no way. Blind and deaf lady. Helen Keller. That's what it is. I was going to say Martha Stewart as well. I feel like I've heard that name before, but I don't even know who that is. Is she an actor or something? I don't know. Okay, I'm done with that. We're going to move on to 4 bosses. Hope you enjoyed my tangent. Bloonarius, Phase, Blast Populus, and Lich. Lasers again, no worries that first time around, but I have to pay such close attention, dude. Like this right now, activate the ability. I didn't do it in time, so we leaked out. God, dude, right after I said I needed to pay attention. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna sell these ones. We're gonna do the exact same thing that we did with the boat. Space amount. You know what that sounds like? Space amount? Space Mountain. Dude, Space Mountain is one of like the best rides ever made. My fiance was actually just in Disneyland with her buddies. So she just got home a couple days ago. Don't, ceramics. What the fuck? That was instant. We lost instantly. Try it again. We're going to activate 2 of these at once now, right? Then once we get stunned, which for some reason this time we didn't get stunned. Yes, we did. Then we activate the undead one. But that didn't work either. That's just... What is happening? That time when I tried to do the undead ability, didn't even do anything. All it did was make the phoenix all weird. Actually, yeah, we gotta let this mana build up, and then once it's ready, we do this. Okay, so once it says that, then it's the graveyard. Ah, I see. You have to wait for it to say that. Probably would have been nice to know. These ceramics are gonna go out again. Should I just fucking give up at this point? Blast Populus is my least favorite hero in the entire game. Hero, nothing is pissing me off more than this. I guarantee at the end of all of these, it's like they don't even need that many. It's just because of Blast Populus. And it's getting on my nerves. You're on your last straw, pal. Don't make me do it. Should be alright. We have 2 laser abilities active. Phase does go down. Blast Populus goes down. Thank you so much. I'm so sick of dealing with that. We can't celebrate too soon though. We got business to deal with. We now have Vortex in here as well. Trying to offset these abilities a little bit. Seems like it's working pretty nicely. Okay, we still have 1 laser ability ready. Yeah, even though we're all stunned. No? What's going on? Vortex snapped again. For some reason, didn't stun any of them, though, so we got really lucky there. Abilities are almost ready again. There's ceramics. Stop it. Maybe even call in a graveyard for good measure. This is so overkill for some reason, dude. You know, now that I think about it, I'm sure you can get it with 3. You just have to not be an idiot. You have to know what you're doing. Probably should have put, like, a disclaimer at the very start of this video that, like, you guys could probably get better than all of the ones that I get. It just depends on how good you are. That's, you know, timing stuff. Timing your abilities, just knowing what you're doing overall. Good old Mr. Backflip. If you don't know why they call him that, just wait and see. Patience is a... Yeah, see, dude. Patience is a virtue, my friends. Also, I just realized for the very first time that those are cherry blossoms, like, swirling around him. I literally have those tattooed on my arm. The little petals. Also, something you might have noticed is that we're skipping out on the VTSG this time around. You might not think this without seeing it, but the VTSG was so beyond underwhelming in the previous test. There was multiple boss balloons where an entire map of VTSGs couldn't get it. Like, not even 1. So imagine 5 at a time. It's not going to happen, I promise you. So that'd just be a big waste of time. Plus, it's not, you know, technically a Paragon. Why am I talking so much? Call in Bloonarius. My God, that was quick. Victory backflip too. 46 million damage in, again, like 20% of the track. So I feel absolutely confident just adding Phase in there. Down goes Phase, and then any moment... I need to think of another. I can't speak right now. I'm having a mouth. Nothing, dude. Nothing. Just take it away from me. Bloonarius goes down is what I'm trying to say. 3, I don't think so. So we'll make this one quick. It'll be a yes or no. Believe it or not, it's actually going to be yes. I did not expect that whatsoever. The damage is already past 100 million. These guys are about to get taken care of any minute now. He's being smart and targeting Bloonarius before Blast Populus, so we're not getting stunned and frozen until I say that, and the DDTs leak out. If that didn't happen, though, it would go down eventually, right? No, I was wrong. Sorry. My apologies. Any moment. Let's see some synergy, people. Nope. I feel like it's very straightforward, very self-explanatory. Just go at the same time. Just a little 3-2-1 backflip. I literally offered $1,000 to someone in the comments if they could get like 5 of them to go at the same time last video. Yay. We did it. Oh! They almost did it perfectly synergized. There we go. Hell yeah, dude. All right, Lich has now been added. Let's see if this can compete with the Goliath Doomship, because we're still at 2, you know? We still have a chance. Timing thing once again. Of course, the second those chain DDTs come out is the second that Blast Populus decides to stun us. We did not beat the Goliath Doomship. We do not have a new champion yet. Spike Factory still has a chance, but besides that, yeah, we're running out of chances. Okay, phase does go down. I was gonna say so we don't have to worry about that anymore, but that's the one thing we never even have to worry about. Honestly, probably should have put phase first, but Bloonarius goes down. This guy's still doing backflips, even encased in lava. He's an absolute monster. Blast Populus goes down. Lich goes down without an animation, so that's fun. Let's not waste any time. Here's all 5. Vortex, do your worst, buddy. I'll give you a little taste of knuckle. Can you guess what happened? Do I even need to tell you what happened? Probably gonna happen again too. No, it's not, because it happens one time, and like I said, if we leak anything, we lose. So it's, oh my god, one puny little DDT decided to sneak its way through while we were perfectly stunned from Blast Populus. Fuck this, dude. I'm moving that guy up there. 3 is 100% possible. I'm not giving up until I get it. Nope. Fucking. Sorry, I should stop swearing, but that time it was like 5 DDTs. No, we leaked out ceramics that time. I'm not even getting mad anymore, dude. It's just honestly laughable at this point. We just gotta keep trying until we get it. I never thought I would hate a boss as much as I'm hating Blast Populus right now. We just leaked out again. Did you see that? But that time it was Vortex. The one time Blast Populus doesn't do anything to us, it's Vortex. You know, I'm gonna start from square one. Sell you, and you. Let's just space them out even more. Maybe slightly changing it up will help us. And trust me, we need all the help we can get right now. Besides adding another one, because I'm not doing that because I know it's possible with this many. That's number 1 we don't have to worry about. Please. Please, DDTs, they're fortified. It's so scary. Dude, this is like game 7 of the NBA Finals. This is so intense. I hate it so much, but I love some good action. We're leaking a lot because of this guy, but we're not actually leaking him out fully, so we didn't lose. We're all right as of now. Phase goes down. Vortex pops. This guy doesn't even get stunned, surprisingly. How does that happen? Not gonna complain, dude. Bloonarius goes down. I think we have it in the bag. Right? I know we do. Blast Populus, goodbye. Lich, goodbye. Fuck you. Master Builder, Mr. Micro. Well, kinda. I mean, you do have to explode these turrets all the time, but it's not bad. It's nothing to complain about. I honestly cannot remember how many it took for the degree 1s, but obviously it's going to be a lot less this time around. I wouldn't be surprised if we can get it with 1. There was a first break already. These explosions from the sentry turrets genuinely just do so much damage. It's absurd. I remember Vortex was the only one we had to like really focus on the placement of these turrets exploding, you know, because it's so fast. Like right here, right now, we're still hitting it perfectly fine. It's great. And then it's looping back around this way anyway, so might as well keep them right here. Explode the old ones. And it goes down. Okay, cool. It's a similar situation to the Wizard, like where it was easy, but also not easy at the same time, you know what I mean? I think it might be able to get 2 at once, so call in phase as well. And let's hit it. I don't know if we're going to be fine, honestly. I heard a break from phase, but I don't think it's the final one. If it was, we'll be good. Yes, he actually got taken care of. Oh my god, that could not have been any closer. I think we're gonna do it then. Yep, Bloonarius goes down, and the whole map is clean. Nice and tidy. We can sell these ones, refresh the abilities, set them up for the next one, because we're gonna need 2, okay? While I would love to open my imagination to 1 popping 3, it's not gonna happen. There are times in life where you need to be realistic. We have all 6 sentry turrets down. What are we on to now? Blast Populace? Great. My favorite section. I love it so much. Because you know what? It also disrupts the giant sentry turret timings. Isn't that just peachy? We can't even activate them while we're stunned. It wasn't slowed down, that's my fault, but we did leak out, as you can tell by our lives. What could I have even done differently there? I don't know. Just get 3 and try it again. I mean, it kind of is the only option. Another thing I forgot is that the Master Builder is one that struggled really bad with Blast Populace. Just because, like, the purple coming off the sentry turrets, Blast Populace is immune to magic damage, I believe. I still don't know too much about it or if that's even true, but it seemed like that last time. And it makes that terrible noise when magic hits purple. Look at this thing, dude. It was like barely even damaged when the other ones went down. This is horrible, dude. Degree 1s can do it. How can 3 degree 100s not? Because there's less track length left, but it's like, still, it's 10 times the damage, 30 times the damage probably. So we'd need 30 times less track length anyway. Are we even gonna make this? Oh my god, really? That was another break right there. We weren't even super close. This time we have 4. We're in the exact same position as before. Everything else went down, and now we just can see if we can actually do it. Okay, I thought we weren't going to be okay there, but we made it. Why is it so hard for him? Is there purple immunity? Because watch this. Now we add Lich. It's going to be the same story where Blast Populace is going to be the final one alive while everything's already dead, like 5 minutes before. See, what did I tell you? Lich did actually last a really long time. That's why we have so many lives lost. But it did go down eventually. Before Blast Populace, that's all that matters. My point still stands. Like, at this point, is it even worth it to explode the sentry turrets? I'm genuinely asking that question because, like, I don't know. If it's immune to the sentry turret explosions, why would I do them? But also, maybe it's not immune to them. Maybe that's what's dealing the most damage or whatever. Come on, a few more abilities, please. Please. So this time around, I made a big mistake. I focused too much on Blast Populace, so Lich leaked out that time. Definitely can't say I was expecting that, but yeah, 5 was even worse than 4. We leaked out DDTs. Every time I add one, it just gets worse somehow. Okay, Lich does go down that time very easily, and look how much room we have left to deal with this asshole. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Dude, this is crazy. This should be way too overkill. Look at that. Okay, we got it finally. Halfway down the track, so I'm not adding any more after this. You all know the drill by now. Explode all of these as fast as I can. Man, Vortex didn't do jack squat. It was one of the first ones to go down, and while we were stunned, for some reason we could still drop sentry turrets, so nothing happened there. Lich did get pretty close again because I decided to focus on Blast Populace. This thing is still very new to me, but look at that, it does go down. If you were to get it perfectly, you probably could do 6, but for me, it takes 7 Master Builders. Very happily moving on from that one. I guess now on to the finale. We only have 1 more left. The Mega Massive Munitions Factory. The little asshole from the previous video that sucked for some reason, and when I say sucked, I mean genuinely sucked. Who was it for? I think Vortex. I don't know, one of the bosses. It took more than 20 of these things. All right, without further ado, call in Bloonarius, throw this on top, get some abilities going. Dude, we're already at 13 million damage. I hate guessing, but I'm pretty sure it was somewhere around like 6 or 7 of these, the degree 1s that it took to take care of this guy. That should not be the case this time around. It got past the first little wave of spikes. We're at about 30 million. It's still building up. Coming through right here. Any moment's going to be its last. We need, what, like 1 million more damage. This ability going off. Yep. Took care of it. Okay, so all you need is 1. That's exactly what I'm talking about. That's the Spike Factory Paragon I know and love. Dude, I'm telling you, last time around was just a fluke. While I let it build up, though, there's a few things I need to explain. First up is when you're going against phase, right? When a skull breaks, it dashes forward and it is completely invincible. So let's say it dashed right here. It's going to soak up all of these spikes without dealing not even 1 damage. So that's a huge problem. Also, Vortex, for some reason, activates like some sort of wind ability that pushes away the spikes or something like that. Some comment told me that. So that's not good. Lich also goes invincible for a moment after each skull. So once again, gonna soak up damage without dealing any damage. What I'm trying to say is that it's not gonna be as cut and dry as it seems like it would. Like phase just did the thing, it pushed forward, so now all those spikes that are there are no longer gonna attack Bloonarius. And the annoying part about phase is that he's always in front of everyone else because of the shifting forward. We are running out of spikes at a rapid rate right now, ladies and gentlemen. Bloonarius did go down, but we're not going to be able to get phase. At least I don't think so. Another ability going off. We did. Sorry, I had that sped up. I didn't think it would, but we actually did it. Just because that one was good, though, doesn't mean the next will be. Add another one. Bloonarius, phase, and now Blast Populus. And this time around, I can start activating these abilities manually and time them way better. What I do is I let them all fly down, right? They hit on top, and then once they're done, you tap the next one, explode them. Spike Factory is also so nice because it's the one out of literally every single Paragon that we don't have to worry about Blast Populus or Vortex stunning them. Obviously, it'll still stun them, but like we're going to have spikes on the track at all times, so we don't have to worry about the little leaks. You know what I mean? Calling this ability again and again. Bam, bam, bam. Bloonarius goes down. Phase goes down. That was great timing, dude. That damage was spread very evenly. I think Blast Populus doesn't have any sort of like invincibility like the other ones. Yeah, so like there's not a certain shield around it or whatever. So 2 does take care of 3. So now let's move on to Lich. I'm going to try it with 2 again because maybe they can. That's like the theme of my channel. Why not try it? 1 boss, 2 boss, 3 boss, 4. 3 boss, 4 boss, 5 boss. More explosions. This is honestly looking not too bad, kinda. Like, it is bad, but it could be worse. Like, they're all very damaged. Bloonarius is already dead. Same with phase now. As long as we get through this little section with Lich, like I said, though, it's going to get invincible for a moment, which is not what we want to see. Like that. It's not going to take any damage while it's invisible. Invincible and invisible at the same time. Coming around this final loop, explode, and it goes down. Yes! 100 times speed, let it build up again. At this point, if we can take care of it right now, it might be better than the Goliath Doomship. That's the only other one throughout this entire video that can get it with 2. So maybe this guy stands a chance. And I'm so happy about it. So for the final time, Bloonarius, phase, Blast Populus, Lich, and then finish it out with Vortex. I think Vortex also has a silly little shield. Once it gets pushed back, you can't damage it at all, which can be a little bit frustrating to say the least. Just like JB, never say never, you know, we can get it. Funny fact, that's actually my initials, JB. I'm the one that invented that saying, that phrase. Call this in. Phase does not go down. Oh, it does! Look at that, look at that, look at that. There's no way. There is no way. Okay, can I go like this? And can I set the target down to this corner? That's going to be more beneficial for us right there. Bloonarius goes down. We have another ability active. No, that was an exploding one. That's not what we want. That's going to go out. No. Damn it, dude. We were so close. 2 might be possible if you're perfect and you're like actually microing them, like setting the targets and everything, you know. But sadly, we have to add 1 more, officially declaring the Goliath Doomship to be the winner. Honestly, no surprise there, though. I was definitely expecting that over anything else. Seems like this guy will be a close second, though. That's all you can really ask for. Second place, you can be mad about that. Especially when it previously got like very last place pretty much. If 2 can almost do it, 3 most definitely can. I don't even have to be like super perfect and precise with these ability timings. Kind of just tap them when they're ready. Lich does go down that time. That's what took us out the other. Oh my god, it's happening still. I've been recording all day and my voice, my words, they're not working. You know, sometimes you just have days like that. Activate this again. Tiny little baby explosion. Teeny tiny huge tiny small baby explosion. That's such a funny phrase, dude. Tiny huge. tiny, huge, small, giant. Why is FaZe of all people causing us troubles right now? That's so annoying. Doesn't cause us like any trouble the entire video until the very, very end. Like, okay, buddy, look at that. The final nuke, it goes down. And I guess that means the video's over. This guy, all it takes is 3. And I honestly could not be happier about that. Such a better performance than last time. So yeah, that was fun. So right on the screen right now is the top 10 list. And funny enough, there's only 10 Paragons in the game, if you don't count the VTSG. So this is the first time in any of my videos ever where we had every single tower that was tested in the video in the final results, you know. But yeah, there's the order of how well they did, how many it takes to take care of 5 elite boss balloons all at once. Thanks for watching. Adios.